Putnam County residents getting a chance to meet with Republican Congressman Bob Latta this morning. He was available for one-on-one meetings with residents to voice their concerns and answer any questions they had before the November primary election. With the Republican National Convention wrapping up tonight, Latta talked about what he'd like to hear from Donald Trump.
Number one is about the economy, inflation, energy prices. We've seen skyrocket. Just talk to people. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and you go down the aisles and you look at the prices. Everything's going up. You know, fuel prices. You know, they're back up. Driving into town today, $3.59. But also, people got to remember that about over 80% of everything that comes into Ohio is trucked. Well, the fuel prices get tacked on. But the other big area, of course, is when you look at the border. And, you know, it's being estimated that in the 4 years that President Biden will have been in office, that the entire state of the population of Ohio will have crossed the border, over 11 million people. That's, you know, people talk about that. I've had quite a few people bring that up today in these courthouse conferences this morning.
Latta also spoke about President Donald Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, and what that might mean for the Buckeye State.
When you look at Senator Vance, you know, his background, you know, he came from, best way to say it, a tough background growing up. You know, his grandmother was one of his primary caregivers. You know, he enlisted in the Marine Corps, you know, went to Ohio State, you know, worked in the private business world, and then got elected to the U.S. Senate. So he's got a very broad background out there. And some people might call it more of a populist, that he understands what's going on out there. So I think he will add a very good part to the ticket with the president. And so I think for the state of Ohio, you know, you're always proud of the fact when you see somebody that could be, you know, in 4 years, the next president of the United States coming from the state of Ohio.
Latta is in the final year of his elected term and will be running for re-election to the U.S. House in the November primary.